Let me break this down for you. What I want to show you today is the reality of the purchasing power of the consumer dollar, where it was, where it is now, and where it's headed. 2007 was the year the system died, but most people still don't realize it. The fact is, officially, we only have 3 cents left of that dollar's purchasing power. But when you go to the Federal Reserve's own education department, they make it clear it's basically worth 0. This is the end of this currency's life cycle. And no matter who's in power at any given time, it does not change this fact. All they're doing is engineering a transition into a new system, one that gives them even more control. And I'm going to show you exactly how they do it, because this isn't rocket science. It's just a repeating pattern that's played out time and time again. Money, real money, is supposed to be a unit of account, a way to measure value, act as a medium of exchange so you can trade fairly, serve as a store of value so you don't lose wealth over time. Gold does all of that naturally. But when they took over the system, they created fiat currency to mimic gold. Only it came with one major flaw baked in: inflation. Inflation isn't an accident. It's by design. That's why they keep telling you that 2% inflation is good, because it lets them steal your wealth slowly while making sure you don't panic. Governments and central bankers need you to believe that nothing's changing. But behind the scenes, everything is. Let's rewind a bit. Once upon a time, a $1 gold coin, a $1 silver coin, and a $1 silver certificate all had the same purchasing power. But then they introduced Federal Reserve notes, the paper dollars we use today. At first, these notes circulated alongside the gold and silver, making the switch feel seamless. But over time, they removed the gold, then the gold certificates, and then, boom, your money was backed by nothing. And they sold it to the public as convenience. Now, if you were around in the 60s, you probably remember that there was a run on the dollar. Foreign governments were dumping dollars and demanding gold, and the U.S. was running out. By the time Nixon took the country off the gold standard in 1971, the game was up. But they didn't tell you the truth. Instead, Nixon went on TV and lied, saying, if you buy American, your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today. Spoiler alert, that was never true. Here's the reality. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. Everything else is just a contract that can be changed, restricted, or outright confiscated. The moment they took away the ability to convert dollars into gold, the U.S. was officially on a debt-based system. Now, the national debt is over $36 trillion and rising every second. Your dollars, they're backed by nothing but debt. And if you think that means they won't confiscate wealth again, think again. They've been doing it your entire life through inflation, taxes, and financial engineering. Let me show you something that most people aren't paying attention to. The 2 biggest buyers of U.S. Treasury bonds, China and Japan, have been dumping U.S. debt since 2012. This is a modern-day run on the dollar. The only thing keeping the system afloat? Printing more money. But that only devalues what's already in circulation. And yet, people still believe that somehow the system will fix itself and the dollar will regain purchasing power. It won't. It never does. So let me ask you, when do you want to know the truth? Do you want to wait until it's too late, or do you want to protect yourself now? Back in 2008, I knew without a doubt that the system had died. That's when I went all in on what I call my wealth survival strategy. Because no matter what happens, you need to secure food, water, energy, security, barterability, wealth preservation, gold and silver, community, one of the most important pieces, shelter. If you don't have these things in place, you're at the mercy of a system designed to strip you of everything. Here's where they want to take us next. Digital programmable money. The central banks are already working on it. With a CBDC or central bank digital currency, they'll have total control. They can track every dollar you spend. They can set expiration dates on your money. They can impose negative interest rates so your savings disappear over time. And they can freeze your account if they don't like what you say or do. At that point, privacy is gone. Freedom is gone. So, what's the solution? Simple sound money. Physical gold and silver have stood the test of time. 5,000 plus years. Fiat money, it always collapses. It's just a matter of when. And let's be clear, crypto isn't the answer. Yes, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies have a role, but they're also being used as a Trojan horse to transition us into the digital system they want. But gold, silver, they don't play by their rules. This is why the elite own it. It's why central banks themselves are stockpiling gold. Because at the end of the day, real money doesn't need trust. It just works. So here's the deal. You have a choice. Option 1, stay in the system, let inflation and government policies eat away at your wealth, and hope that things get better. Option 2, take control now. Convert your fiat into sound money. Build a strategy that protects your purchasing power and your future. At the end of the day, it's not about fear. It's about being prepared. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, build real financial independence, and make sure your wealth transfers to you instead of away from you, then it's time to act. Because once this transition's complete, it's going to be too late to opt out. Now that you know the truth, the next step is taking action. I've put together a free report that dives deeper into how you can protect your wealth, maintain your purchasing power, and avoid the traps of the collapsing fiat system. Download your free copy of the Ultimate Wealth Protection Blueprint, How to Secure Your Financial Future with Gold and Silver. Inside, you'll learn the history of money and why fiat currencies always fail, the real role of inflation and how it silently robs you, the best ways to start stacking gold and silver, even on a budget, how to store and protect your metals for maximum security, and a simple action plan to transition your wealth into sound money. For those looking to start buying gold and silver, I purchase from Treasure Island Coins, Inc. They've been a solid source, though I have no affiliate links or financial ties, just sharing what's worked for me. The system is shifting. Don't wait until it's too late. Secure your wealth today so you're in control no matter what happens next. Get your free report now. Check the link in the description. Let's get to